What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy LT. We back with another video, man. We got attention to detail on Jordan Poole. Now, Jordan Poole is what I think the future of basketball will be, man. Jordan Poole is one of those players that can come up. Wasn't he like, what, the 28th overall pick or whatever? I think he might have been 18th. Whatever the case may be. But look, Jordan Poole is a player that changes the stature. Like, he's one of those people who stayed in the gym 24/7, bro. Like, just worked their ass off, because I swear to God, he was not this good at the beginning of the year. But it seems like he just gets better with time, and he's just aging like fine wine. So we're going to go ahead and check this video out, man. If this is your first time being on this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on. And while you're down there, go ahead and leave me a like and let me know what new school player is really making an impact in the game for you. We're going to go ahead and get into this one. Let's get into it.
It's been cool to see how Jordan Poole has elevated his game this season.
Yes.
In many ways, he's the prototype of a new school player and killing it. Creative, shot maker, versatile, fluid. So I'll break it all down. Let's start with his general ball handling or attacking ability. Number one, he generally plays at a higher level.
And what I want to do is I'm gonna kind of talk through these issues before he say anything. What I've noticed about Jordan Poole is he knows how to keep his chest up and get ready to get off the ball at any given moment. He can either get the shot off at any given moment. He can, dribble by you at any given moment. And most players aren't ready for that. And that's what makes Jordan Poole so cold. And let's not act like his first step isn't quick as hell. It's one of the quickest I've seen in a while outside of a guard, because most point guards are very quick when it comes out this. But for what does he play, small forward for them now? I think he's a small forward, a shooting guard. I don't know. I think he needs to play small forward or shooting guard. Whichever way, I think they switch it. Clay and him kind of flop every once in a while. But he's very quick. Clay is not even that fast off of the dribble, but he's quick off the dribble, man.
Or height, which is just the way he moves. But it's impressive that he also has a very surprising ability to get into these low positions as he's handling the ball.
Very low. God. Ooh.
This takes a certain level of mobility, of course.
Look at
but
that.
Also the control of his mobility.
But you see the speed change? You see the speed shift, the way he just changes direction and then just instantly puts a burst of speed behind it.
And his ability to play at any level or height gives him a ton of freedom.
Oh, yes.
Next, you'll notice how frequently he uses in and outs, and how he does it in a pretty unique way at times. As I mentioned regarding heights, he'll do some where he's high up, and some where he drops into these really low positions.
It's because he's reading as his defender, man.
And then some where he goes from high to low. All of these are good in different situations.
Fast. Oh, my God.
Also notice that he really likes using it to explode out. A lot of players have certain movements or setups that they feel really comfortable with exploding, and this is that for Poole. Many times he'll pretty much throw it out in front of him and catch up to it, and this helps him use that speed to explode past defenders. Another nice tool in his arsenal are these little hop counters, where both feet hit at the same time. To me, this is a really good way to change direction and rhythm, and being good at it opens up options in terms of sharply changing direction. He's also crazy good at navigating small spaces. This to me is a product of being in control at high speeds, but also being creative enough to do things like going back through his leg, slice through defenders, or whatever it may be. In the NBA, you're not navigating tight spaces much around the paint, but if you're watching this as a high school, college, or pro player outside of the NBA, this is a skill you'll definitely need. You'll notice too that on many of his in and out or crossover based moves, he's really exaggerating that trunk rotation. So he's fully turning his body before rotating back the other direction to explode. This helps him sell that move.
Yeah.
He's also really good at floating the ball in his hand as he moves, legally of course, to minimize his dribbles. Here he takes 4 steps with 1 dribble, for example. And a lot of the time you'll see him float that.
That's still a travel. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Is that not still a travel? I don't think that's how that worked.
And a lot of the time you'll see him float that ball out of an in and out.
He
really
finished
any move to cover more ground.
That's still a travel to me.
He doesn't have to worry about putting the ball on the ground. And yes, this is legal if the ball doesn't stop moving or go on top of his hand. And to accompany this, he's very comfortable fully relaxing and then speeding up from there. Many younger players aren't able to get to this point where they're just chilling with that dribble, because it does feel a bit weird at first. But when you're able to fully slow down and in that relaxed state, defenders aren't expecting much. So when he does explode past, they're constantly caught off guard. And his movement and ball handling abilities really
Let's
come in
go.
big as he's playing off the pick and roll too, which is actually his best action statistically.
Honestly.
He's crazy good at coming in from very high in these pick and rolls to develop some speed into it. With this
See what
speed,
that's the downhill I'm talking about. Like, it's downhill 24/7. It's full speed. He comes off of the pick and full speed. Look,
to develop some speed in
right there. That's the first step. Now watch how he changed from that speed to that.
With this speed, he's able to either just beat that defender downhill or put them on their heels in a tough situation. A lot of coaches teach coming in from
Look
below
at that
screen.
speed change.
Why not generate some speed into that screen? And then whether he has that speed or not, he's a big fan of using that outside-inside footwork coming off to get into threes. Most
Jordan
times
Poole
it's
is really
almost out of
gifted,
necessity
man.
Because if he takes one more step, probably be in the mid-range. But it also throws off that defender's timing since they're expecting one more step into that inside-outside footwork. Speaking of this and moving on to his perimeter game, he's very, very conscious about getting back to the three-point line. So even when he enters the mid-range, he's very creative with ways to get back a few feet and make it 3 points. Side steps, floats, all that.
Look at that. Got him in
Also,
the air.
being in such a
That's
free
it.
team culture, plus having freedom with Steph being out, has really helped him develop some confidence to shoot these crazy shots. Some of these are definitely ballsy, but that's a sign of a high confidence.
Bro, low-key, the Warriors might be the greatest drafting dynasty of all time. Look at their draft list, bro. Like, it's just crazy. They've had some crazy draft picks. And for Jordan Poole to be, you know, drafted by the Warriors and become this, it's like, okay, now, you know, Steph don't have to do so much. Klay don't got to do so much. They can kind of take a backseat. They got a third superstar without having to pay for a third superstar. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying Draymond Green isn't a superstar. He is a superstar. But the Splash Bros are complete. That's basically what that is. The Splash Bros are complete. You got Jordan Poole playing the small forward, Klay playing the shooting guard. You got Steph playing the one. The Splash Brothers are complete. It is crazy to see that just through drafting the correct way, you can build a team that is very unstoppable. Now, I'm not saying the Warriors don't have any players that they didn't, you know, trade for or, you know, get into free agency. I'm basically saying when you look at their draft lineup, the people that they've drafted, it's a whole something totally different. It's way different, man. So, I mean, I got to give them props for that. They might be the best drafting team in the league.
For this player.
Pull
but
up.
He's also seemed to master the easy. He's been an amazing fit within the offense.
Yep.
He moves well.
Look at that
patient but aggressive.
speed. Oh my
he has a quick
God.
enough release, and he knows how to play off of the other weapons they have. So his spot up game is very, very good too. And because of this, he's gotten really good at attacking these late closeouts that happen so often.
Good floater.
Let's talk about his finishing around the rim now. Number one, he's really good at taking these long strides around the bucket. This helps him use his length to sneak through defenders or in small spaces. But these can be done multi-directionally too. Maybe outward to avoid defenders, inwards or towards the basket to get in front.
Good finish. Oh, it's just so hard to keep up with him.
Sometimes he'll get that finish up on the backboard insanely quickly. So he'll shorten his strides, pop up off the ground quickly, and have the control to get that ball onto the backboard with a soft touch. He's also pretty frequently using these one-hand pickups where the other hand is free to shield defenders. It's a really quick finish because it doesn't require time to grab it with two hands, and it
I like how he did that. That was nice. That was nice.
He could even just started off with one hand to buy him
I never picked up on that, but I'm enjoying that. That little like kind of hug on the backside to get the contact. Yeah.
Next, he's great at carrying speed through the finish. Many players will naturally slow down when they're moving at a high speed because they can't produce or sustain that much force off of one leg. And since they slow down, that defender can slightly catch up. Not Poole, though. He's amazing at carrying speed into and through the finish.
Yes, look at that.
Now, with this comes covering a ton of ground on the jump most times. So he'll jump from further out to work with this, so he's not jumping essentially past the basket. What's even more impressive is that many athletes who are good at this have trouble jumping off of 2 feet too. Yet he looks very comfortable coming in at different speeds and different angles and still getting up off of 2 feet for the finish. Lastly, he's really good at dealing with imperfection on his finishes. Whether it's losing the ball mid-finish, getting bumped in the air, being off balance, taking a weird angle, whatever it may be, we often train finishing to be extremely clean, ideal finishes. But the best finishers like Poole are able to take any situation and find a way to make it work. So just something to think about how you train for finishing. And then his floater game, which I underrated. He's able to use both hands. He's very controlled. This is a great option to have, even being so good around the rim. So hopefully you guys enjoyed and took something.
All right, man, that's the end of this video, man. When I think of Jordan Poole, bro, like he basically said, bro, he's very quick off the dribble. The guy he's good at keeping an off-balance shot. Like even when his shot isn't perfect, he gets the ball knocked out. He's gonna find a way to put it up to where it could possibly be points. That floater of here is one of the most amazing thing in that directional speed shift. There's one thing that I did learn, which was the whole putting the player, how he keeps that arm, you know, boom, boom, and pushing that dude right here. That is amazing. Like, that's the little details that turn a big picture into a whole picture, man. But if y'all guys did enjoy this video, man, make sure y'all hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe while you down there, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. LT is out. Peace.